Thanks for all of you for joining us. I know we've moved this call around a lot, but we're actually hoping to keep it in this slot moving forward. Please hit me up on Discord or Twitter if there's any future topics you'd like us to include. A couple quick reminders before we get started. Please stay on mute. And if you have any questions, please pop it into the chat and we'll answer at the end of the call. Let's go through today's agenda. Mahesh will highlight new creators. Mike will share updated KPIs. Ray will walk you through our bounty program. I'll discuss new marketing, PR agency, and press coverage, and then we'll wrap up with questions. So with that, I'll turn it over to you, Mahesh.
Okay, thanks, Kurt. So first creator. Yeah, sorry, I should say next slide. So first up, we've got Saleh. I'm not sure if you guys saw the PR this week, but we did a big PR splash. This is a music group. It's a band. Actually, they're a Christian rock band, which is really interesting. And they just dropped a new album a couple weeks ago, which was pretty high up on the Billboard charts. And so really excited to have these guys. They launched the 3CR8 coin, which is actually the same name of their independent music label. And so they're really forward thinking, even when it comes to the traditional music industry, about going independent and not working with a label. And so they're super. Todd, the band member in the middle there, just super excited about crypto. He actually grew up in Africa. He told us in the Congo, and said he experienced, witnessed firsthand all the economic inequality there, and that's how he got interested in crypto. And so when we launched the Rally token in October, he was one of the first creators that organically reached out to us. Was just super excited. He's involved in our forum. He's involved in our Discord, and at launch he's offering live video chats, personalized videos, signed CDs, and a bunch of other stuff that he's interested in doing for folks who transact the Saleh coin. So that's Saleh. Next slide. Drus Force. I believe this is a friend of Sol Jacoby's. So he's just getting, Drus is just getting going. He's a Twitch streamer that actually is a Twitch music streamer. So he produces all his own EDM music, and he does it live on stream. And so, check him out if you haven't already on Twitch. Really excited to see what he does with his coin. Next slide. And so coming soon, not officially launched yet, but we're really excited about two Discord native community servers, one being the Among Us server. It's the largest Among Us server on Discord. They've got hundreds of thousands of members, and we've been chatting really closely with the owners of these servers. Actually, I think one or both of these folks might be on the call, so I'll call on them now to see if they're here, if they are willing to give a better intro than me. Is Josh or Steven
Yeah,
on?
I'm here.
Oh, hey Josh. Hey man. Yeah, I figured you could do a better intro than me if you're willing, in terms of just what kind of community you've built, and what you're excited about using your rally your coin for. Would be
Okay,
great.
sure. So I'm one of the owners of the second server, Jet Stream World, and it's just a very, very large community server. I think the second largest non-company server on the platform. And basically, we're going to use the coin for like roles and events and stuff like that, where you could buy exclusive roles in the Discord. And basically, to help promote our Discord, it would be more of like a unique thing that most other Discords don't have.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Josh. So Grant, Josh and I are working like really closely together to make this super successful. We're, obviously putting a lot of resources and effort into figuring out how to make Jet Stream World and others super successful. So really excited about working with Josh and Steven as well on the Among Us side. And their use cases are pretty similar to start, which is what we have listed here, but it'll expand. I'm sure it will expand greatly in the coming weeks. So that's the overview on those two. Look out for these two going live sometime next week, most likely. So we'll report on that in our Discord server. So that wraps it up for new creators.
Great, thanks Mahesh. Now Mike's going to walk us through the latest KPIs. Mike?
Yeah, it looks like we were actually missing some data on this one. We've got the full set of data, but uh, in any case, not too much to remark on this week. We're seeing some nice, steady gains in the totally rally locked across all creator coins, which generally means that there's been more total collateral put into the purchases of creator coins this week, every subsequent day. Total liquidity across our balancer pools also up this week. I can see the Thursday and Friday data. It's not listed on this page here, but we had a couple big jumps on Wednesday and another big jump on Thursday of about 200K and then another 150K or 100K or so between Wednesday and Thursday. So that's nice. Always good to be attracting more liquidity into the liquidity pools. Otherwise, everything else is fairly steady. We're hoping to see with some of these new Discord communities that launch hopefully next week, a nice little jump in user accounts. But this past week, because of not too many new creator launches, I'd say the user accounts has just been kind of normal, kind of steady growth.
Great. Thanks, Mike. And now over to Ray, who looks like he just got a cleanly shaved head for this occasion, who's going to walk us through the bounty program.
Self-made haircuts, COVID special. So bounty program at a high level is a part of the dev ecosystem. And, if anybody hasn't checked out the introduction to that in our Medium post, it's our way of connecting creators with a network of their community and future community to build the things that we'll all need as a part of the network, as opposed to just using a single product roadmap from Rally. And sort of to tear down those walls, we start with a bootstrapping phase of awarding developers and creators and thinkers for kind of participating in the design and development of tools, technology, usability. I think coming up soon, we'll start to see some minimal product offerings and engagement tools, things like that. So that's where Bounties belongs in the bigger picture of getting developers connected with creators. And it sort of starts with making things easier for creators. That's where we start out at. And so some of the first bounties we're using an API at the app level of the network that allows access to sort of read data of the transactions, the ownership, token price, things like that. And the Rally team will continue to expand on that. But on the outset, kind of allows visibility off the platform for anyone to use. And so what we're trying to do is attract technical, capable people to provide better use of that API and the data there and intertwine it with the places that creators engage with their audiences. And so we've had a focus on Discord lately, Twitch as well. And some of the creators that we have use those platforms and making it easier for them to use their creator coins right with their audiences in context. And so the bounties are also progressing. I think we're going to put up some today, another batch of 4 or 5 for Discord and Twitch to expand on the community bot that's been built by one of the developers. So we've already had kind of a significant feature built by an engineer. I think he's Calvin in the Discord, and he sort of open sourced that and put it up. And we've got some other contributors to help build a foundational tech stack there so that we can build on. And so all a bunch of the new bounties are really just additions to that functionality to make that bot even better. We're using it in the Rally Discord now, sort of dogfooding it and trying things out with various creators. So if there's any creators on the call that want to try out the community bot and to disambiguate from the Rally IO bot, that's the product extension. So that's got a few less features in some of the commands, but a few more features in terms of authentication and Discord integrations. And so I talked a little bit about this in the governance call this week, is those two in tandem happening is an example of how platform construction can proceed, but also community features can overlap with that, and there's no problem. It certainly has a little bit of communications challenge to make sure that they don't get confused, but creators can use either or, right? You can install either bot or both, and kind of take advantage of what's being provided there. And over time, I hope that we have many different developers offering different things. And as we grow out of the bootstrapping phase in the dev ecosystem, they'll be able to build businesses on that with creators and totally be separate from Rally. That'll take certainly more growth of the APIs and the access, and being able for developers to be able to actually instigate transactions and help facilitate not just reads but writes as well, and probably at the network layer, not just at the application layer. There's a few other updates this week. There's also awards out for people contributing bounty ideas. So if you're a designer or design inclined and have some ideas on how Creator Coin could be used in an interesting way on a current platform, something you're seeing with creators that are coming up and don't use those platforms, or maybe use them in a new way, you can kind of get micro awards for contributing those ideas, and then as developers execute on them, you kind of get subsequent follow-up rewards, which for now is sort of like a fun bootstrap way to get the community all thinking about what the challenges are that the creators have. And that we posted that in the Discord this week, and we'll continue to kind of churn through it along with new developer bounties. I guess a little bit about the API upgrades coming up. We're building into the application roadmap authentication targets, so allowing users or developers to verify users and their ownership, and kind of conventional web auth. So any developers that are using those kinds of methods can now do that with the Rally Creator Coins accounts, and then make sure that those users really do own those things to help validate that for the creator use cases. And then there'll be some extensions of rights from the Rally platform, and then again, kind of Web 2 style authentication around rights, and some limitations there for developers to start using that. And then kind of a more midterm goal is to get that to more of a trustless state, where their self-sovereign users can work with any developer to do any kind of thing using their assets. That could be a creator, it could be another developer, it could be another user. But really getting to that place where anyone can build anything for creators using Creator Coins. Kind of a small and midterm roadmap. That's it for kind of the bounties update and where it sits in the bigger picture of Rally ecosystem.
Great, thank you, Ray. All right, let's move on to PR and marketing. Hold on just a second. All right, so recently the community approved a measure for us to retain a crypto marketing PR firm. A regular drumbeat of PR influences our conversations with exchanges, market makers, other crypto projects, and biz dev in general. Today, I'm pleased to announce we partnered with Watchmen. Yes, their name suggests that they are some comic book superheroes, but based on the last few weeks, maybe they are. Let me tell you a little bit about them first. They were recommended by top crypto reporters. Their services include media relations, marketing, editorial, event management, and crisis comms. They've got a global presence with regional headquarters in New York, Dublin, and Singapore. They've got expertise across a myriad of sectors, including blockchain, fintech, e-commerce, esports and gaming, banking, and data security. They've got amazing client lists, lots of good work with clients ranging from Chainlink, eToro, Overstock, the list just goes on and on. Like I mentioned, we've been really busy over the last couple weeks. Just some highlights for you on the podcast front: Base Layer, Decrypt Daily, Crypto Testers. We've seen coverage in Cointelegraph, Defiant, Decrypt, Esports Insider, Forbes, One Confirmation, Forefront, and dozens more. We've had background conversations with the editors of CoinDesk, Cointelegraph, Defiant, Bankless, Forbes, and Decrypt. Done a ton of events, including Korea Blockchain Week, ESI Digital Winter, and Blockchain Connect in Brazil. We're producing this weekly meeting, the weekly newsletter. If you haven't, please subscribe, and daily blog content. And that's not it. We've got a ton more on Tuesday. Bankless is set to feature Kevin on their Meet the Nation video series and Spotlight Rally on their Tactic editorial series. CoinDesk is set to run a year-end byline piece from Kevin on the future of social tokens. Rally's going to be featured in the block social tokens year-end piece. We're doing another background discussion with CoinDesk on Tuesday. We just booked Kevin for the popular Untold Stories podcast in February. So again, a ton more on the PR front. If you're ever interested, I drop in stories as they hit all the time on the PR news channel and Discord. So check there if you want to see what's hitting in real time. With that, that's the end of our agenda. I haven't seen any questions in the chat. Would anybody like to ask one of any of the presenters while we're all here? All right, going once, going twice. Everybody enjoy your weekend. Thanks so much for jumping on.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks.